Movies and Martinis celebrates women and diversity in the entertainment world
by ranking trending movies, shows, and books
with two completely different perspectives and ranked by delicious martinis.
Listen to find out how many martinis we felt it was worth.
And learn about the women who have written, performed, and/or directed in everything we have rated.
A new episode is available every Thursday on your favorite podcast platform and YouTube. What's up, everyone? Welcome to our podcast. I'm Priya.
And I'm Mercy. Hi, Priya. How are you?
Cheers. I'm good. How you doing?
I'm so good. Staying hydrated. So excited. We're in October. What month are we in? October.
You have to think about that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all these storms and all this craziness and all this.
I
like,
know.
What the heck? Go away.
Yeah, so I got to say, before we start, if there are any listeners out there or YouTube watchers that are in the storm's path coming up, so when you hear this episode, it'll be Thursday. The storm would have gone over already. The storm's going through Florida on Wednesday.
Probably Wednesday,
yeah.
Thursday-ish, yeah.
Yeah, and it's supposed to land as a 2 or 3. Let's hope it's less and not a 4, because right now it's a 4. So our hearts go out to you.
And we're recording right before, so everybody in the path is in our prayers.
Yes.
We definitely don't want a repeat of what just happened with Helene, which was so devastating.
It was horrible. Yeah, so make sure you got a plan, guys.
Yeah.
Have a plan.
Well, no, by the time they hear us, the plan's over.
Oh, dang it.
I hope you guys are all okay by the time you hear this.
I hope you had a plan.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to laugh. I'm just
I know. We hope you had a plan. Absolutely.
Okay. So today's episode is about Nobody Wants This.
Okay, so
on Netflix. Go ahead.
Yes, on Netflix, yes. And totally trending right now.
Yeah.
So full disclosure, we haven't watched it. We're both going to be watching it.
I saw one episode.
Oh, okay. But we haven't watched the full series.
We haven't watched the full series.
Right. We haven't watched a full series, and we completely plan to, and then we'll share with you during our open bar towards the beginning of next month. We'll tell you how we felt about it. But we are excited because we've done a lot of research on it, knowing that everybody's really into it. We're going to give you some spoiler alerts, which we're taking upon ourselves also because we haven't watched it either. We have been interviewing authors back to back to back. And when we interview an author, we have to read their books aside from our other book commitments. So between all the books we're reading and all the movies and shows that we're watching, this one kind of fell through the cracks. It's been in our radar from day one. We knew we wanted to watch it even before it came out when they were promoting it, but we just haven't gotten there, and we don't want another day to go by without talking about it.
Right.
So
yes.
With that being said, can I start, or do you want to start?
Sure. Kick it off.
Perfect. Okay. So Nobody Wants This, as Priya said, on Netflix right now. And I'm sure that if you're into shows and movies, and that's why you listen to us, you've either probably already watched it or are wondering what it's all about. And I went on a girls' night a couple of weeks ago. No, not a couple of weeks ago. A couple of days ago on Thursday. I'm lost in time. I just recently went on a girls' night, and one of my girlfriends was talking about the show, but not because of the show, but because of the real characters that the show is based on.
Oh,
so
wait,
yes.
It's based on real characters?
Yeah, absolutely. So let me educate you, Priya.
Oh, snap.
Let me tell you. Okay. So you know David Foster?
Yeah.
Okay, so David Foster, who's now married to Catherine McPhee, and he's like world renowned on about anything music. I mean, there's not enough titles to give him because he's just everything out there.
Yeah.
So at one point he's been married several times, has several children. You know, he's older now. He was married to Rebecca Dyer, and they had 2 girls, and the girls are Erin and I have them here. Erin and Sarah Foster. Erin and Sarah Foster had a VH1 reality series called Barely Famous that was really good, according to everybody, except it only lasted 2 seasons. So after that...
Is that what the podcast is based on? It's
So it's one of the sisters. So it is based on Erin. And Erin is actually who created the show, and it's based on her life, loosely based on her life,
Oh, so instead of it being a reality show, it's a podcast in the Netflix show.
because now they have a podcast.
Oh, look at
So
that.
they
Slick marketing.
started, yes. So they started with the reality show on VH1 called Barely Famous.
Yeah.
They then went on to have a huge, huge clothing and lifestyle brand called Favorite Daughter.
Hmm.
And then they started the podcast. And the podcast, which has done extremely well, is called The World's First Podcast by Aaron and Sarah Foster. So
Talk
they
about
talk
long
about,
titles. We always talk
yeah,
about our titles long.
right. So their title is very long, but because they have the clothing, they have that lifestyle, and then they had the show, they have a great audience, and they just talk about trending things. They talk about everything and anything that they're both interested in. So they're just randomly talking about. Anyhow, Erin married outside of the norm, outside of where her parents would have wanted her to originally marry. She ended up by chance just falling in love with a Jewish man whose name is Simon Tickham. Tikhman.
Okay.
And while he is not a
Rabbi.
a rabbi like in the show,
Yeah.
she did convert and married him
Oh,
with all the drama that comes with it.
okay.
So that's loosely what the show is about. So it pulls a lot, and they're saying that the show is excellent because of the actual chemistry that Kristen Bell has with Adam Brady.
Okay, we need to talk about that. We got to, okay, go ahead, finish your whole spiel because I want to talk about that.
Okay, so apparently they have massive chemistry, and they have also her sister Sarah is played by Justine Lupe, which was in Succession. So if you watch Succession, you know her from there. And the chemistry between the two sisters on the show, they say, is as brilliant and authentic as the sisters in real life.
Yeah.
So that's like an add-on because a lot of their fans are also watching the show. But the chemistry exploding between Kristen Bell and Adam Brady apparently happens during the second season when he kisses her and grabs her with both hands.
Okay, so this is trending all over TikTok. So when you mentioned the show to me, I was like, oh, because I'm like, that's what I saw on TikTok.
Yep.
And I was like, okay, I need to watch this because everybody's talking about that kiss and not feeling like they've ever been kissed like that, which is kind of sad because I'm like, oh, you haven't? Oh.
Right. So I haven't seen it, but I know that it's what everybody's talking about. So that's all the backdrop and all the backstory to the show. Of course, we have to watch the show. We'll tell you, I'm like 99% sure we're both going to love the show. It does have 95 Rotten Tomatoes.
That's pretty high.
Yeah, so it is high. And it's beautiful to know that it is created by the actual person whose life is being portrayed on the show.
Okay.
So
okay.
Everything I have to say.
Let's talk about the chemistry. So I watched the first episode and you could see it. It is blatantly there. The chemistry is there. And the whole time I'm like, what the heck does Dax Shepard think about this? You know what I mean? Her husband, Kristen's husband.
Right, of course, yeah. Yes, yeah.
Is Adam Brody, is he married? Because what does his wife think about this? Like, it is clearly there. And I mean, I know they're acting and they're doing their job and it's work, but still, like, they're human beings. Like, I just want to know, I know we can't, Dax is not going to talk to us directly, but I would love to know what they think.
Especially when it's trending. Right? Because if it just happened, it happened and nobody's talking about it. But the fact that everybody's talking about that kiss. Well, that's unless she got home and her husband just rocked her world and then whatever.
True,
right?
Unless he benefited from it. But
exactly. Yeah, both of them. So yeah, I know, crazy stuff.
Yeah.
So again, I haven't watched it. It's a spoiler alert. I didn't want to go into the show itself and dig up details of it other than the kiss. But I wanted to give you the feedback of it. So when you watch it, it has all the more power to it.
Yeah. Yeah. And then we'll cover it
Consider this a public service. Consider this a public service announcement.
Yes. Dun, dun, dun. Love that.
That's what it is.
All right, guys. So make sure you check out our November open bar if you want to get a review on the show. Hopefully by then we'll be done with both seasons. If it's as good as everybody's saying it is, then we will go through it like butter.
Yeah, I'll let you know as soon as I'm done with it, Priya.
Yeah.
And then let me know. Who knows? We might do another pop-up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, mashup, right? If we do a mashup, if we finish it in time, we could do another mashup. I love that.
Absolutely.
All right, guys. All right. So
all right, everybody.
You like, share, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. What else, Mercy?
And coming forward, do not forget to watch our Halloween special where Priya's going to be talking about her 13 favorite movies, and I'll be talking about my 13. And I'm pretty sure they're going to be completely different.
I'm sure we got some overlapping.
I mean, out of 13, we should.
We should. Yeah. Okay.
We should.
All right, guys.
All right, everybody. Have a great one. We'll see you next time.
See
Bye.
ya.
Bye.